All right. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. It's been a while that I did a live stream, so but there's some things I'm looking at, and wanted to kind of share that with you. This is not financial advice. So this is my post. Let's start with May 15. Okay. So I just there's a two scenario I think I still have to watch because but in a way that in the same way that we're gonna run around this time, and that's just my speculation. um Two things I wanted to point out before I start. I think the around June, when we have a earning, I think we're gonna I mean, let's see how they're gonna run it, right? Either they're gonna shut it down, but I think it's possible that we could shut it down towards earning. And then yesterday we saw the shareholder meeting got switched, right? So let me show you this one first before I kind of show you the two final scenario I'm looking at. So this is the first one, okay? So May 15, I post this one. I do notice there's something similar pattern. It's happening. If I kind of snip this guy here, let's say. So this was my post, and then I'm just gonna quickly show you. As you know, back in around the December, January, Michael Burry post happened, right? And then we saw this type of a pattern, and then go sideways. I'll probably just make it a little bit easier for you guys. I'm wondering if I can make it a little bit thicker. Oh yeah, there you go. And then maybe I can change to yellow, right? Yeah, let's see. Maybe it can be a little bit better. So yeah, back in December, Michael Burry, right? All this shit happened, but then Michael Burry post, we saw run a little bit, small run in early Jan, upside down, and then we had a pullback like that, right? And now we saw this two, and now that's where we at, right? So this is now, right? Back in 2024, same thing happened, right? It went up somehow like that, pull back down like that, right? Which what we saw here, go sideways and pull back, which was similar, right? And then there's 1, 2, and pull back down. Okay, and back then this was March earning. Okay, this was March earning. Okay, and then there's a pullback, right? And I do notice that recent May 1st, we had a giant pop, right? A lot of people thought that, and then there's a news leak saying like, oh, Gamestop is gonna, acquire eBay, right? And that's what kind of pumped. But I don't know. I feel like there was an algorithm that market makers or hedge funds, or it could be somebody behind the scene, maybe a Ryan Cohen side, I don't know. Whoever is controlling the algo, whoever creating the algo, maybe was doing that, right? Maybe both, who knows, right? Maybe they're both fighting each other, and then trying to create a pattern here before the run, the real run. So this is what I was looking at. Okay, so we saw a very similar pattern. There's a 1, 2, right, before shut it down, and then what happened? There was a rally. So similar thing happened here, right? So so this was Michael Burry, right? So Burry get out, but I think Burry did his own thing here, okay? And then he got out. He did make a pattern, right? He did create a fractals. Without him, there won't be able to create this type of fractal. So I think it's part of the plan, I don't know. When you look at the chart, right? And also anyway, so we went to 1 2 and shut it down. We went to 1 2 shut down, right? There was eBay news, right? eBay news, right? So in a way it looks very similar. Okay, so that was my post back in May 15. Okay, when 17 I don't think it's gonna hit 17, to be honest with you, but I think it's very highly likely that we're gonna hit 20, because there's a gap. You see there's a gap here. My post, even this one, has a gap, right? And this is around 2163. Okay, that's about gap. And there's a one more gap, and I'm gonna show you after. So that was my first post. Okay, looks similar, right? And then it says June earning. Maybe it could shut up around June, right? And that's what it looks like. But here's the thing. What I noticed was either they're gonna use this way or they're gonna use 2020 cycle. We don't know yet. But let's say I'm gonna show you two scenarios here. So this is a big picture, okay? I'm gonna show you extended version. Okay, so this is what happened. This is eBay, right? This is eBay acquisitions news, right? So let's write it down. eBay. I'm just gonna type it like that. So eBay news, boom, shut up, right? But very similar pattern, right? There was a 1 2 and shut it down, right? But the algo pattern start to get a little bit slower here. So what I was looking at was I just took out the partial fractal here, okay? And I'm gonna show you here now. Where's my partial fractals? Yeah, this. Sorry, this is the. Okay. So hear me out, okay? So none of this financial bias, okay? So this was the bigger kind of pattern that I was looking at, right? It goes up sideways, it very hit. I mean, even this sideways pattern and just slight pullback looks exactly matching somehow, right? So now we got general bigger picture, right? But this doesn't mean that so what I realized is a market maker, they always delay shit, okay? And I wanted to point it out that speed up algo always can change, right? So this is what I figured out, okay? So just stay with me. I'm gonna hold on. So we saw. So I just told you that there's a bigger picture, that there's a possibility that we could see this way, right? Even the sideways pattern looks matching, the way it moved up, right? And then hit 1 2 eBay acquisition news, and then boom, drop, right? It looks exactly matching. So now we got the bigger picture. Now we have to break it down partially, okay? So it's like partial fractal, right? So after this pump, back in May 4th, right? May 1st, eBay acquisition news, we had a pump, and then this thing started to drop, okay? So I bought a put position because I saw this a pattern might play out, right? And I kind of test with that, and it actually worked, okay? And people might wonder, like, how this, I was, there's a lot of times I was wrong, and then after that, I test with calls and puts, okay? And then what happened was, I think so after this post, I was playing with calls and puts. So this week, I saw this, which I'm gonna show you today. Now, after the second pump, I, pro fractals, and then I gained some puts, and also I gained calls this week. which was AMC was also moving up. But so this was my call, right? It went up 3%, and then calls up almost 100%. Okay, and yeah, this was just up 2.6% up. The calls went up 100%. Okay, and that was my call. Okay, and then I was looking at this pattern. Okay, after this second pump, this fractal is from the 2024 before earning pump, and then after earning there was a shut it down, right? Similar algo pattern is playing out. After hit this level, it pushed back up, right? So that was kind of what I was looking at, right? So I bought calls here and went almost 100%. After that, I noticed something similar, right? Because as you could see, after hit around 22.85 cents, around that range, as you can see, there was a pullback, right? There's a pullback. So I bought puts. I switched back to puts options at $22, and this is exactly what happened, right? I bought, even like people talks about zero TTE. I realized that it's really risky. Okay, extremely risky. Call options itself is risky, but buying zero TTE is extremely risky because theta decay and right. So I bought a week before, even if I thought maybe GME could hit 22 below $22. I don't buy. I buy 1 week after, right? Even if I maybe the algo is like slows and just fractal everything in. I just buy more time, right? I just buy a little bit, I just pay more premium just to buy a little bit more, and just to be safe. And I know that option is already very dangerous to play. But anyway, so this is puts after it hits certain points. Not certain points. Let me make that clear. I was actually tracking this pattern here. So I got the bigger picture, and now I brought the this partial fractal in, right, which was this fractal, right, from here to here, and then I stretch it out based on how the speed of algo is playing out. Okay, so it's all based on speed. So now after I put this thing here, as you could see, we this is eBay leak, right? eBay news, right? So hit here, there was a gap at $28, fill that gap, boom, pull back, right? And then now we are sitting here, right? So after, so it kind of seems very similar, isn't it, right? And now we have a pullback here, right? So that was what I was expecting. So I'm expecting to pull back. So with about -2% pullback, right, 2.3, I gain about another 100%. So just this week there was I gain almost 100% each call and put, right? So I'm just testing it, right, with small amount of money. I'm just testing the algo, see if this works out. Next week, Monday is holiday for US, so market is closed. Tuesday I'm expecting to see a little push. Okay, they left the gap here, so see, let me show you a little bit close up. Okay, so eBay news happened here. Okay, same thing, it matches, right? Extremely high volatility, but I'm just playing volatility, right? I'm just playing, I'm trying to gain as much as can, right? As playing about volatility. Anyway, so boom, pull back, hit here, pull back, match perfectly. Okay, and after he hit from eBay news to here, the fractal matches perfectly. But after that, as you can see, the fractal doesn't match here. But that's why I have to look at it this way, right? Stretch it out. So now I have to stretch this fractal to make sure I'm moving with the market. Okay, a lot of people might say like, hey, the fractal is not working. I believe in GME. I think they're using fractal. I think some of the fractals are actually matched. But hear me out, okay? Of course, this is not gonna work out, right? But if it works out, maybe it is a sign, right? So as I match the fractal, now you see, right? Now it matches perfectly. From here, eBay news leak on May 1st, and then sharp pullback, push back up, pull back down. Everything matches very nicely until here this week. As you even slide of this, right? Slight pullback, push back up, and boom, this Friday, sharper pullback. So even this one is exactly matched, and there was a gap here. Okay, they left the gap here at 2187. So this, after this gap was filled, right, like perfectly, everything is like 100%, like as all these gaps are filled, right, very nicely. We have one more gap here, and then I'm watching this, right, 1 2, we flushed out, and I bought some call options for next week. Hopefully this thing goes up and I'm gonna sell, and then I'm gonna buy puts, to play volatility. So I'm just testing my put and calls, and we still got this way to go. We got $20, $21, 30 cents. There's a gap there, all the way to here. You don't see gap right now, but I can show you where the gap is. I have to change the setting to extend it to regular, then you see gap here. Okay, so which means that the regular is without extended market, right, like such as pre-market or after hour. But yeah, if I switch that, because I found that through my friend, he was using that, I was like, wow, this is really good. So now you see all this gap. Okay, where's the gap is, where the gap left. So now you could see they left the gap all the way down here, 21.20 to $20 here. So I don't know. So we're gonna find out if they're gonna play like this. If they play like this, we might feel $20 gap. If not, we might just stay in $21.28. Somebody in the live chat says, are we gonna hit 17 bucks? I don't think we're gonna hit 17. I know in the community saying like we might hit 17 bucks because there's a gap, I think, but I don't think we're gonna reach that far. Okay, so really depending on how they're gonna play this out. Okay, so this is what I'm watching. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back and show you again. So the first scenario, if we are running like 2024, this is what I'm looking at, and I'm gonna show you the second scenario, which is 2020. Okay, so I have to change back to extended version. So go to symbol, extended, right? You can change back and forth. Extended means you could see a pre-market and after hour. So now after eBay news leak, right, you could see extended price was up to $28, whereas if you go change to regular, you won't be able to see that. You could go only 26.80, right, because you won't see that extended after hour market price. So I'm just using both, just to kind of track. So based on this fractal with extended version, and then the after hour on Friday, it hits around 27. So I'm using that as a as a stretch mark, and then playing around with this fractal, and now somehow it matches, right? Even like, I don't know, like the way it push up to this level, push down this level, push up, back up, back again here, 25 level, push back down this level, right, and then push back again. Like all this pattern match perfectly. Like even if this one, right, it's just crazy. You see how this pattern is like 100%, like it's fucking insane, right? So I'm wondering, like it's either market maker or maybe Ryan Coin or somebody behind the scene. Maybe they're creating this, I don't know. But anyway, so this is what I got so far. And then yesterday, as you guys all know, we got the earnings still locked in on June 10. Okay, so June 10 is here. This is earning. If this is the play, if they play this out, something happened, and then they're gonna push back down to 20. Okay, that's just based on this fractal, as you guys see. Okay, I'm not like making shit up. Okay, I'm just saying based on this. Yesterday, the shareholder meeting was supposed to be on June 8th, but they pushed back to July 7. So now, based on this fractal, July 7 is here, somewhere here. Yeah, which means that they play. Let's say they play out all this, right? And then yeah, let me just stretch out a little bit more. Yeah, so so let's say this is actually what they're doing. Okay, push up, pull back down. This next Friday, next Thursday, slightly go up before earning June 5th, June 4, and then June 8, June 9, June 10, boom, $20. Okay, just speculation. Okay, if this plays out, if this thing whole plays out exactly like so I'm gonna continue to watch this one, right? If this plays out, right, this white box, so far it matches perfectly. Okay, if this plays out, people who have, there's a lot of June call options. I checked the option chain, they're gonna get wiped out. Okay, whoever buy June call options, they're gonna get wiped out if this happen. Okay, I might be wrong, so it's up to you. Either you sell or whatever, you do what you do. Okay, I'm just showing you based on this fractals, it's possible they might wipe you out. Okay, for June call options. After that they go sideways. So, and then when I saw yesterday that they push their what do you call that? They push their the shareholder meeting to July 7. When I saw that, right, annual meeting was originally scheduled for June 8th. Today, proxy annual report were filed. Meeting will be now on July 7. When I saw that, I actually laughed at it because this was what I was looking at, right? Earning, right? And then hover around $20 for a bit, wipe the June call options, and starting pushing back in July. July 7 is around here. So you see there's a pop here. Maybe this could be the after shareholder meeting. Some good positive news happen, right? So from here, so but no guarantee, right? I might be wrong. But this is what I was looking at. So I was like, okay, when they moved to July 7, I was like, okay, they might play this. So so let's see after that. So this is so they're gonna push up to July 9, whatever, right? $23, and there's a pullback, right? So which means that there's a July OPEX week, right? So there might be a pullback by July OPEX week, which is July 17, and after July 17, rally kicks in. And that's what I noticed. It's different cycle than 2024. Remember 2024? all the even the roaring kitty squeeze after he returns is squeezed on that OPEX week, okay? But right now, how the run starts is after OPEX week, right? Even when you track the January, right? Ryan Quinn 13D drop and the rally happened after the large option chain expiration date, which is OPEX week. So after January, this year, January 16, that was the option biggest option chain week. After expire, this thing start to kick up on January 20, right? So after that, right, week after. So it's possible that if this scenario plays out, they're gonna destroy June call option earning, hit hover around $20. There's a reason I think they moved their shareholder meeting to July 7th because of this. They might play out this way, this fractal. So July 7th, pull back, just wipe out some July the July call options, right? So you want to swing this really nicely if this plays out. So I'll be watching out for this one. So let's say if you buy July call options, right? July OPEX week, right? July OPEX week is July 17 around here. So you might want to take profits when hit $23 or something like that. If you had it to July expiration date, maybe that's pretty much you're gonna get wiped out. So you have to do really nice job, like a very precise with how you do trading, okay? And after July OPEX week, boom, starting in July 20, start to kick off the run, all the way to end of July, hit $30, which there's a gap at $29, okay? $28 was filled after eBay news, but we still got $29.50 news. $29 at 50, which there's a gap left here. And then exactly you could see the first rally, pre-squeeze first rally, stays around, goes up to $30. And then there's a pullback, and which mimic same as May, and retest this level, okay, and then push back up again. And this is also, I don't know if I should tell you this, but because I believe that they might stretch this area out, right? There's a lot of volatility, and then they might stretch this out a little bit. So it's hard to say that the squeeze is gonna happen. Right now it shows August 10, but I think this will stretch out maybe a month or something, so it might be September. But for now, what I can tell you is this is what I'm looking at, okay? So you do you, okay? So I'll be tracking this every day to see if this works out, right? But so far, it looks to me, it looks perfect. What do you guys think? Right? And so this is my first scenario. Second scenario I want to show you is this one, which is 2020. So this is 2020 fractal. This is another possibility, but obviously, I don't know if this play out. But it has a very similar pattern, as you see, right? It goes up and down, go up, and there's a pullback, and then after this pullback, it goes up, and then it's gonna pull back. So if this happened like that, it will go up to $21. So it's gonna go down anyway, right? I think so. What do you think? I don't know. Either way, this thing will hit $30 around the same time. Similar fractal, right? But this is like 2020 fractal, so I don't know if they're gonna run, but like it is very similar, right? Yeah, they're gonna go up to hit 30, by early August or something like that, you know. But then if we, let's say, go with this blue pattern, you know, it's gonna take a little longer, right? But I think, in my opinion, right, 2021 squeeze January top level, we haven't reached that point, right? But I always thought we have to retest this level in order to break this level. That's just technical view, right? So this is back in 2021. This is January squeeze, right? We never hit this level before. But in order to break this level, technically they have to retest this level. You won't be able to break this level until you retest this level. But I was thinking maybe they run like this, like May, retest this level, $120, like Jan 20, right? They retest level, come back down, and then they create this pattern again, right? So they could make like huge pattern like this. And the reason I say that is because of AMC, right? I'm tracking AMC, and AMC is about to also squeeze, and this is what I'm looking at, right? AMC is already went through all this cycle. They have to hit this. They have to run like 2021 style, but it's a very drag out version. So, and then they got the June squeeze style. So if you look at like this, I think we might play like this, right? So 2020 style, 2021 January, and 2021 June. But right now, because of the how the market is so dragged out, the algo, it might play like this, which looks very similar to this one. So I think it's possible that we could have a run, we could have a squeeze this year, come back down, like same as AMC, right? So when I put this thing here, so come back down, go like this, and then go for another bigger squeeze. And I think the bigger squeeze is gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna like happen in like all the bull run, I think. I don't know. So this is AMC, right? So this is what I mean, right? It matches perfectly. You know what I mean? This is AMC. So I think this is what they might play out. You see? So retest this level, which is 2021 January, right? Pull back, come down, do this. The blue fractal is 2020 cycle, right? The blue fractal is Gamestop 2020 cycle. So they're actually doing, I don't know, yeah, like they're doing actually same thing, right? So what I'm trying to say is like they're mixing. So for GameStop, they're mixed with 2020 cycle, with the blue bigger picture, with 2024 Roaring Kitty squeeze. I think they're gonna mix together to match AMC squeeze cycle. Okay, that's just my I think speculation based on what I've been tracking. And then yeah, it matched very nicely. So we have a squeeze this year, and we have a squeeze in 2027, or 2028 or something. You know? Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. But you know what I mean, right? So that's just my opinion, you know. So we might retest thing, come down, boom, boom, and then go for like fucking bigger run, you know. What do you guys think? You know, this is kind of what's in my mind, you know. You know what I mean? Anyway, so let's go back. So you know what? Let's see. So let's see if this thing squeezes around August, mid probably OPEX, maybe after OPEX week, something like that. Let's say, yeah. And then the next bigger squeeze could happen in 2027. Yeah, or it could be extended, who knows. I don't care about the 2027 one, but for this year, we could see this, you know what I mean. And then yeah, so if we are running like 2020, when you look at this RSI, it actually matches too. So I'm gonna drag this out to 2020 cycle. So this is 2020, right? There's 2021 squeeze, and then this is how they are building up before the run, right? When you zoom in, let's look at the blue box here. Okay, when you start with this blue box, this is back in 2020 March earning, boom, crash, right? RSI, when you look at this, same thing, right? It goes up, boom, right? There's a pullback. This is Michael Burry post, and December and the early Jan, there was a pullback, right? Similar pattern. 1 2, right? It goes 1 2 and then run. You see, 1 2 and run. And Michael Burry started posting, Ryan Cohen 13D drop, shit like that, right? Similar pattern made up. And then after that, there was a sideway, go up a little bit, it goes up a little bit, and also it hit twice, 1 2, right? 1 2 1 2. Forgot to drop an arrow. So 1 2 before pullback, and now we are at the pullback phase. Okay, short signal, long signal. You see, similar pullback phase. And now we are somewhere here where we saw a slight run this week and pullback, right? So same area, similar area. Okay. So I think that's kind of where we at if we are tracking 2020. But either way, we're gonna see a $30. I think in either end of July or August. Okay. And that's why I think shareholder meeting got pushed to July, because the fact that they're creating this pattern here. Okay, so I'm just warning anybody who's playing the June call options, like June OPEX call options, or whatever in June. Just be careful, because I think they're gonna just do one more push back down, one more pull down, to wipe people out in June, because June is really heavy call options, and then they're gonna run after shareholder meeting, in my opinion. Okay, so it's up to you if you wanna, do your own DD, do your own kind of, TA or fractal, whatever shit you do. Just do whatever you do, okay? But I'm just kind of sharing with you what I see. Okay. So this is very similar, right? This is also very similar. It goes Michael Burry shit, right? Okay, let me make this a little bit thicker so you could see better. Right? This is back in 2020, right? And then shoot up 1 2 1 2, shoot up 1 2, sideway, hit 1 2, hit 1 2. eBay news was large, right? So this is what I'm actually very curious about, right? Because back in 2020 they also have a giant pump, not giant pump, but like some bigger pump in the towards March earning 2024, and then they pull back, right? So that's, I think, where the in terms of the phase, I think that's where we at. We saw a little bit of a we went up a little bit, and then we had a pullback, which looks to me we are here. Okay, but we might have a one more pull down, right? One more pushback down. So based on this 2020 style, we could fill this $21 gap, right? By earning. So I think what I want to watch out for, okay, so just to wrap up, what I want to watch out for is there's a two gap that I'm watching out for, okay? One is here, okay, $21. I don't, you might say, oh, where's gap? I don't see it. And you might say, oh, you made this shit up. I'm gonna show you now. If I change to daily, you can see there's a gap pops up, okay? $21.30, okay? And you might say, oh, where the fuck is the gap down there? I don't see it. And I have to change to, I think, 8 hours, something like that. I have to switch around, like, where the fucking the gap is? I saw gap at $20. So then I have to go change the setting, okay? I have to go change the symbol and change to regular. Oh fuck, where's the setting is gone? What the fuck? But anyway, yeah, there's a gap there. So yeah, so what I think what I want to look at now is two things, okay? By earning, okay, this thing is gonna drop, okay? I think. I don't think. Yeah, I have a feeling that we are playing out like 2024. You know. And this, I mean, but in a bigger picture, yeah, we might, we are also making a squeeze here, but we might see a squeeze here, and come like that, and go for another big one next year, or like year after, or whatever. Depends on how they're gonna drag it. But I think this year, I think we're gonna see it. We must retest this thing, right? And then let's think about it, right? Technically, let's say you retest this 2021 top, right? So let's say we retest this one, come down, and when it retests again around this area, so basically they're retesting here, and then fucking break out. They can't just break fucking out like that. You know what I mean? So that's why I always think they have to retest one and second time, and then here they have a major news and fucking break out, right? They have to retest this thing. So I think we're gonna have a squeeze this year around August or September, depending on the speed of algo. But it's gonna squeeze have to happen after. I think squeeze gonna happen after July. So either we're gonna do that, come down, retest again, and break out, right? Same thing as AMC, right? Similar pattern, right? We have a squeeze, pull down, go up and down 3 times, as you can see. 1, 2, 3, and then squeeze. Okay, same thing, right? Let's say we do that 2024 style, pull back, go like 1, 2, 3, and then retest, right? And then squeeze. Very similar. AMC, GME. Okay, that's just kind of what I'm looking at right now. And I'll be continue to post update to you guys what I'm looking at. But I think the earning is going to be the key, right? Earning June 10 is going to be the key that is going to give me a lot of information, right? So far, I got good information with this one, right? So far, it's good. I like it. I want to test, I want to see, if this plays out. I'm gonna try to do a short-term swing, buying 2 weeks. I don't buy 1 week. I don't buy weekly. I buy bi-weekly call options. To do I think it's good to do once you figure out the algo like this. I think it's good to try some, test your thing, and then it's really exciting. If this works out, like it's like fuck, you gain like 100% with just 2% gain. It's amazing, but it is very dangerous. But I wanted to, since I now kind of feel like figure this out, I want to try swing this guy. I already kind of was successful this week, so see if I'm waiting to see next week to pop up to this level, $22.40, which they have a gap here, and then if this works out, then I'm gonna play all this game and then buy put options towards the earning. And if this goes down until $20, I'm gonna sell. Okay, and also not only that, this will be the good indicator that we're heading to a short squeeze. Not short squeeze, but like a 2024 type of a squeeze, right? Because this level, and then shareholder meeting, right? Shareholder meeting. Where is the shareholder meeting? Shareholder meeting, July 7th, right? It's like a perfect. It's just like, I don't know what to say, man. Right? It's just I don't know. It just like feels like Ryan Quinn is like also, working with fractals, right? It's just perfect. Right? eBay leaking news. Boom, boom, boom. Follow fractal. Earning. Something happened. I don't know. They might, announce some acquisitions, or so usually when they announce acquisitions in a short term, the stock price drop, right? So what I want to look at is either they're gonna fill $21.35 gap, and I want to see if they're gonna fill $20 gap. Okay, and if that happen, I'm like, okay, this is it, right? Because the size matches from the eBay from the top $28 level after eBay news up to earning. With this stretch, with this the fractal, the size, I could guess, I could kind of somehow estimate, right? I could guess how much this will go, so I could swing this guy. I could swing this guy. I could even fucking swing this guy here, going up to 50% or something like that. How much is it? 40%. Swing this guy. This is like couple thousand%. Okay. Swing this guy. Pull back. This pullback might be how much is it? 20%. So 18%. This might be just like another, like, I'm seeing like this 2% drop. I gain 100%, right? So even this one is gonna be like more than 100%, like 500-700%. Who knows? So you could gain this, you can gain that. So when you think about it, 2024 was extremely fast. But because the fact that, think about it. Like, let's say they're running 2024 style. We're, in my opinion, they're playing out this area right now, but in a very slow way. Then you could swing each ups and down volatility. You could, so it's up to you, but I like that. I like that. I've been kind of practicing this, but I've been like that. But anyway, so let's see. So how the earnings gonna go, and how the shareholder meeting, before shareholder meeting, how how they're gonna make, how the pattern is gonna be, will be made. I'm gonna watch that. They're gonna make like this exactly. Then okay, there you go. The more the fractal they create, and the more they match, it's like it's a guarantee. It's more like you have a higher chance, high probability that this might play out, right? And then boom, right? 120, boom, it hit nicely, which is 2021 January squeeze top level. We must retest this level. Okay, so that's about it, guys. And come down to 30, right? So it makes sense, right? Because before 2024 March earning, boom, retest $10, went up all the way, and then retest $20 now, right? It makes sense. Now they run same, right? Let's say they run the same thing, go up, hit this 120 level to retest 2021 January squeeze top, right? Boom, pull back down to 30. It makes sense. It's like the bottom is moving up while they're retesting the highest high, which is 2021 January, right? It makes sense 100% when you look at TA wise, right? Technically. So let me know what do you think. I know a bunch of TA people out there. Already like almost fucking 1,000 people are watching. So thanks for tuning in. So I know there's a lot of smart guys out there. I know once this, my live stream video is out, then those people might share and watch it. And then if you guys have a similar thoughts or have maybe different thoughts that you want to share, please share with me on, like maybe you can comment or something like that. Let's read some comments here. Gary Wright said, when do you think the crypto alts will start? I think I don't know, man. I don't really track like altcoin these days. I'm really just kind of focused on one thing. I'm a type of guy, like I'm just like, I think if I like something, I just fucking all in. So right now I'm kind of all in GME, but I'm tracking Bitcoin. People are like freaking out. Oh, things are coming down again. I've been kind of talking about this for a while, and I think it is playing out nicely. Yeah, I do think that we are repeating same cycle here, similar to 2021 to 2020, but very slow way, right? So yeah, we hit this level exactly. Now we're coming down, and this area is exactly July, August, September. Okay, July right now is here, June, end of June, July, and September. So this area I think is meme stock squeeze, meme squeeze, and then back in 2021 January, back in 2020 January, when GME squeeze, Bitcoin dropped 30%. Okay, look at this. This is back in 2021 January, from 11 to 29, right? That's when GME went up like fucking crazy. AMC, all the meme stock. Bitcoin dropped nearly 30%, and then after that went up again. But the cycle is different right now. Right now the cycle is like it's like going down, right? It's like a final bear cycle for Bitcoin for some reason. And after that, and so you gotta watch out if Bitcoin is going to 40k by end of August or September. And when that happens, that's the kind of like close to the bottom, right? We might hit bottom here, $32. 32k, 40 to 32k. That's kind of the how much I'm looking at. And after that, altcoin, like when the Bitcoin go up, maybe altcoin go up, I don't know. But yeah, 2028, 2029, right? So this is the cycle I'm watching. Um, so I don't know. Maybe it will follow after that. Personally, 2021 is 2020 cycle. Lilac says, personally, 2024 is 2020 cycle. Did you go over AMC? Yeah, I just talked about that. No, yeah, actually not. I didn't talk about that. I mean, AFC is like same, but in a bigger picture, this is what I'm looking at, right? We already retest this. Not retest. We already went through triple top, right? Here. Yeah, this is hard to talk about because they're like fucking dragging out like crazy. But this is a triple top setup, pull back. So this area, believe or not, this area, okay, is exactly same as this area. From this one to this one. Okay. And now they're making this one, right? So recently AMC went up 100%. Now they're pulling back and stuff, right? I found that there's something interesting is that I think they're gonna run like this, right? But what's another thing? Something I found is they're also drawing out like May for the next pop up to $4. Okay, so this is back in May, right? 2024. So right now I think AMC is the next cycle is gonna be a 2021 January type of squeeze, but it's very much like dragged out. But right now the way they're creating to go up to $4 level is here. So this is back in 2024 April May. When you look at RSI, let's just look at the RSI. When you look at the RSI and then change to this to here, you see from the bottom 100% went up, right? From bottom to go up, and then when they come down, you see, let me all right, when they come down like this, right? Went up like this, right? There's this one, and that one looks exactly the same as this one. RSI, when you look at RSI, you see that? You see that do you see this? Right? 1, 2, 3, but down, right? 1, 2, 3, down, right? And now they're here. RSI is up here now. So something like that. They're playing out like that, and they're gonna have one more pullback before shoot up to $4 level or something like that. And you see there's a gap there, $5. And there's a $2.50, $2.60. But anyway, so I think they're playing like this. So either way, yeah, they're doing something like that. You see, they're using 2024 April May cycle to go up to go up to $4 level, but we are actually going for 2021 style. So I think you see it goes up, it went up fast, right? So you have to mix with two. I think they're doing with two, right? It went up fast, pull back, which will happen recently, and they're gonna do one more pull down like this. Do you know what I mean? Go up, 1, 2, 2 and up, right? They go 1, 2 and up. It's gonna like that. So I think there's gonna be a pullback soon to AMC, and then go up to $4. You know what I mean? Yeah. But somehow AMC and GME like run differently, right? But I think when it comes to squeeze, I think it's gonna hit like similar spot, because okay, let's say eBay news push up here, pull down. It's like match perfectly, right? Same as 2024 March earning, March 26th, push back up, pull down. Now hit $10 level, $20 level, right? It retesting this level again, right? $10, $20, fucking same, right? Shareholder meeting got pushed to July 7, which is around here. They do this, pull down, pull back, and then they're gonna run after July OPEX week. AMC, when you look at this, also go up after July OPEX week here. So I think they're gonna start to merge together the squeeze time frame. So this area, so after hit $4, pull back, sideways, and then $7 level. I think this level, this phase to up to a squeeze phase will probably match with GME. This level, July OPEX week, and after July OPEX week until end of July, GME go up to, let's say, if they run like this, hit $30 level. AMC hit 750 level, right? This area, it's gonna start to merge, and then when it comes to squeeze, it's gonna go up to like $50, $40. There's a gap there. August, okay, but I'm afraid that I can't really confirm this will be like we're gonna have a squeeze in August, but for now, based on this, based on what I have with the fractal pattern, that's what I'm getting. August. If not, who knows? September, right? We still got like September. Was it October, September, end of August, or end of October? There's call option expiration. The warranty expiration date. So I think it's gonna, if they run like that, they're gonna run before expiration of warranty, GME. Okay, so that's so far what I have. So I'll be watching earning, how much GME will hit. I think it's possible we're gonna hit $20. Like how they retest $10 back in 2024 April, right? It makes sense. I think it's like fucking makes sense. $30, gap at 25. It's like so when you look at all the gaps, I think gap are very, very powerful, very useful. When you look at all the gaps, and then the pattern, the size of cycle, size of fractal, the timings, the speed, resistance level, it just matches perfectly, right? Hit $20, fill gap, $21.30, fill gap, push the shareholder meeting to July 7, perfect, right? Setting up for squeeze, setting up for run, pre-squeeze run. $29.50 gap hasn't been filled. $28.30 gap was filled when eBay news was leaked. $29.50 wasn't filled, right? So this is like kind of setting up. Also, when you look at the 2024 March earning, when there was a sharp pullback after earning, they left the gap here. Okay, and then this gap was filled pre-squeeze run. Same thing that this gap was open from GME earning area here. Okay, this gap was open. All right, I can show you here. I can change to regular now. You see this gap here. This gap was open from June 5th or June 9th, the GME earning, right? Last year. There's gap. It's all like fucking like set up. You see? There's a fucking gap at 24 bucks. You know where this gap from? This gap is from 2021 June. I didn't realize that. Okay? I didn't realize there was gap. But after I, just fuck around with switch around with the settings, always remember when you guys using TradingView, switch this one regular to extend, and then apply gap, and then look for that, and then it's gonna help you to kind of look at this March earning 2024. There was a gap here at 40 bucks. The 40 bucks gap was filled, but the 71 bucks wasn't filled, and then I think that's setup, right? It's just perfect. It's just fucking like art, Ryan Quinn is playing art form with this stock, this like fucking volatility. It's crazy. Like when you look at this, like fucking crazy. It's just like a masterpiece. And if this actually plays out like this, I make money, you make money, everyone will make money, but you have to be careful with trading if you're a trader, right? So last time, I made good gain, but I got fucking wiped out from here. But this time, I'm with my experience, I'll be very careful with like how I, go about taking profits, and yeah. So all this gap, touching resistance level, testing the highest high, come down is significant, I think, and come down to $30 level, right? We hit 10 bucks. You know why they hit 10 bucks? Because they want to retest the February low 2021. See, everything is perfect. Like it just makes sense. It's like 2021 low, right? Remember like Robinhood, they stopped buy button, whatever, right? Other brokerage, they went down all the way to $10, and they retest this $10 before Roaring Kitty come back. Okay, we're gonna retest another 20 bucks. Like it's like going up 10 bucks, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, 40 bucks. The bottom will continue to increase like that, going through this volatility and cycle. Okay, I think so. And this will be the final 20 bucks as you see as a bottom. Once you see this 20 bucks, I think this will be the final bottom. We're not gonna hit 17. And once we hit that 10, 20, go for another fucking squeeze, and then come down to 30 and hover around 30 bucks, go for another fucking squeeze, and maybe hover on, next will be a 80, 60, who knows, 100, I don't know, and that's, I think, how they're gonna play out. So if you're playing options, if you're traders playing volatility, just be careful, be mindful, and always take profits. If you don't take profits, it's gonna be very tough for you, right? Especially this tough economy, So always remember that. Be careful with weekly. I don't play weekly. I've done weekly before, but even if I was confident, I got destroyed with weekly too. So always be careful. Depends on what kind of trader you are, but it's better to it's better, and also it's safe to play more out the money call options. So I would say like September, October, even January will be good. When if this the stock hit 20 bucks, the stock price. Sorry, the after earning, it is extremely important for me to watch, even for you, everybody. Okay, you see this gap? You see now gap here? This gap was here. Yeah, you see exactly 20 bucks here. It's fucking crazy, man. It's back in January 2nd. This gap is like fucking amazing, man. It's just perfect. It's like an art. Okay, the fractal, the way they create a gap. $26 gap right after eBay news. They left the gap. Boom. They left the gap at 29.50. From where? From the last year June earning. They left the gap at fucking 72. Back in 21. Fucking like when is it? Like June. You know. I think the setup is clear, man. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for earning. I'll be waiting for shareholder meeting, and then, boom, the shit is about to happen. I think. Right. So yeah, let me know what your thought is, and then yeah, we can go from there, man. It's gonna be like, yeah, we'll see. Yeah. So yes, step by step, we're gonna find out how much the GME price gonna be, after earning, and then yeah, I'll do another next live stream. He dialed it perfectly. Leave the gap evolve. Yeah, there you go. Lie access. Yeah, makes sense. Accumulation in AMC looks AMC. It goes before GME. Yeah. So yeah, he dialed it perfectly. Leave gap. Whatever, all the technical, the gaps or support, all this shit. It's just fucking crazy, man. So if you know how to read um, those kind of stuff, gaps or resistance level, the fractal pattern, fucking like all that kind of shit, you're in the right spot. So, but if you play options, just be careful. Just be careful. June call options. I'll sell. Don't even think about it. I mean, up to you how to play. You could, if let's say, for example, if GME hit, let's say, around 21 bucks, I'll buy calls for June OPEX to just, gain 2%, something like that. Just short-term swing, 4%, something like that. But I want to hold until earning, because I feel like they're gonna use, something's gonna happen, and they're gonna fucking drop this one, to hit 20 bucks gap. Okay, and if this plays out as it is, it's a almost guarantee this might play out like that, right? With that shareholder meeting moved to July 7th. It's almost fucking guarantee, right? July 7th is around here, right? Shareholder meeting here. Maybe I can make it a little bit bigger. Boom, shareholder meeting. There's earning. So when they moved the shareholder meeting, I kind of knew, okay, this is what they're gonna do, right? Earning, shareholder meeting, right? This is what's playing right now. It looks very identical, isn't it? Right? July 27th. So after the July OPEX week, I think they're gonna run, right? So that's something that I've been kind of seeing rapidly, right? Like, let's say if you go OPEX calendar, July 27 is the OPEX week. So July 17 is around here. So they're gonna run shareholder meeting, they'll run, and then wipe out the July OPEX week, and then after a while they're gonna run it. Same thing happened here. January 16 was the Gen OPEX week, wipe, and then the pullback down, and then Ryan Cohen 13D drop happening after OPEX week, right? So those are things I'm seeing now. compared to 2024. I think 2024 happened on that week, OPEX week, but now it's happening after OPEX week. So that's something that um, is changed, and if you're buying the call options, you want to consider that. So rather than buying on OPEX week, I mean, if you want to buy OPEX week call options, you play short-term swing. But if you're playing like this type of rally, you want to consider after OPEX week, right? So I'm waiting for August call options, to be honest with you. But when I check August call, there's no August call options, right? And I think there's a reason why, because the market maker, they know, right? There's only July and September. There's no August. But between end of July to August OPEX week, this thing plays out. If if the fractal plays out like this, yeah, they haven't they're not selling it yet, because maybe they know. So I'll be watching this, and they might have August call options around maybe earning, right? And then people buy into it, and then after earning, the call option get destroyed, right? You can buy very cheaply, right? So maybe this is August OPEX, maybe this is gonna happen in September, shit like that. So yeah, I'll be continue to watch how this fractal moves, and from throughout the earning and shareholder meeting. And I think this is extremely important for our community, that nobody's actually showing like this, right? I'm the only one, right? People kind of guess, right? People kind of guess, oh, this thing. But yeah, you have to be more precise with this. And maybe there are people out there, looking a similar way, but I don't know. Maybe this time I might be wrong again, who knows, right? I got wrong a lot of times. But now I think things about to happen. So let's watch out earning and shareholder meeting. That's pretty much it, guys. So yeah, thank you for everyone who tune in. Right now we got almost 1,100, almost 1,300 people watching, and all I do this for the community is to just I make money, you make money, right? We all good, right? So hope that's yeah, hope this works for you, and yeah, let's watch out until earning, and then see how much GME goes, okay? And and then we could get more information from that point, and then see when squeeze gonna happen. That will give us more information. The more information we get, yeah, it's better for us to um, you know estimate when this thing's gonna happen, right? So uh thank you. Okay, I don't know how overlay fractals on my TV since I don't have a computer yet. Well, get a fucking computer, man. What are you doing, man? You live in a fucking what, 60 or something like that. Use my phone. Oh, okay. I think you can do on TV. I think, yeah, you can maybe share your phone with TV. You can kind of connect with TV, I think, and then maybe, I don't know. Like, there should be a way. Um, yeah, cool, man. Yeah, thanks for telling me that, Lilac. Hope that helps. And yeah, you could play around with your thing on your phone. Um, but I think there's a way you could kind of connect your phone with TV, Bluetooth or whatever. All right, so yeah, hope you guys have a good weekend, and then hope today's live stream helps you understand why shareholder meeting got moved from June 8th to July 7th. Okay, so hope that helps, and yeah, let's yeah, let's continue to watch this. I think this is extremely important phase, man. Very important. Earning to shareholder meeting. I'll be so excited to see, if this plays out like that. Basically, like, you know, if they play like this, basically you just have to walk the path. You know what I mean? It's just so easy after that, right? So I just have to be careful with the speed of algo, and that's it. Sometimes they drag it out a week or something like that, couple of days, and just gotta be mindful about that. And yeah. So yeah, hope this helps, and then I'll see you guys in next update. I cannot guarantee when it's gonna be my next update, but I think it's gonna be before earning. Yeah, I'll probably do before earning or after earning, something like that. So yeah, have a good weekend, and then I'll see you guys in next updates. Thank you. Have a good night. Or sorry, have a good day. Bye bye.